Hello everyone, this is Bapamot. Welcome to another Homeworlds game commentary. This game is between JakeApple and The Beard. It started June 6th, 2023, and the rankings of these players suggests to me that JakeApple is newer than The Beard. But I looked at their match history. The Beard plays lots of games on Board Game Arena. They've played many games of Homeworlds, and JakeApple has only played a handful of games on Board Game Arena, but all of them are Homeworlds, which makes me think that JakeApple may have come to Board Game Arena largely to play Homeworlds, and they might be someone who's been playing Homeworlds for many years and has only just started on Board Game Arena. So these rankings may be deceptive. I don't know what to expect from this game. Let's find out. JakeApple takes a red Goldilocks, and the Beard takes a red Fortress. Ah, red stars. I don't remember the last time that I casted a game between two players who both picked a red home star. Yellow is popular these days. Jake trades for a yellow, and the Beard trades for yellow. Slightly surprised neither player decided to go for the red, though of course you have to get yellow before you're going to get anywhere. But small red would have opened up the mediums more quickly. All right. Both players build a spare green next. Jake thinking about building green, but that would open up the mediums for the Beard. The Beard trades for red. This is a pretty good time to do it, too, because if Jake trades for red, they'll be trading away one of the only ship they have of some color at their home. Jake builds another green. The Beard. Oh, okay. So they get that other small red out of the bank by discovering it as a star. They commit. So the Beard will have access to the medium red build immediately. Downside is that they no longer have a yellow at their home, so they can't build more yellow. Jake might want to build yellow for a bit here. Put some pressure on the yellow economy. No, they pick green instead. Opening up the mediums, the Beard takes the first medium ship. In the greens, I'm a little surprised they didn't take the red instead. Although the Beard is farther behind in green, so this might make more sense anyhow. Jake takes that. No, let's see. Oh, is it time for a shopping spree already? Oh yeah, they can get both mediums and their large back safely. Okay. But then the Beard builds the G3, so that shopping spree is not actually that good, I think. The Beard safely builds a G3. Okay, Jake slightly behind, I'd say. Maybe not all that much, though. They could trade their G3 away for any other color, threatening to rebuild it. The Beard can block, though, by discovering a G3 star with the Y1 ship. Jake instead getting aggressive. Okay, that's interesting. It simultaneously threatens this little Y1, which could just run away, but the bigger threat is that with a green ship just outside of the Beard's home, the Beard's has three greens in danger of overpopulation. Jake can in fact move because they've got the Y1. Back home they could sacrifice. The Beard deals with it by sacrificing the G1. Sorry, sacrificing the Y1 to get it out of danger and moving the G3 in for a counter threat. That's pretty good. Jake, though, could... no, they can't. There's not enough green left in the bank. I was going to say they could sacrifice some green to double build and overpopulate the large and catch up in material, but the greens are all gone. Okay, so instead, Jake sacrifices G2 to rebuild, so the green teleport with a free Y1 build on the side. Okay. So the threats are gone. I think the position is pretty even. The beard has a large more than Jake does, but Jake has more ships overall. They'll have an easier time diversifying. They've got the yellow advantage. The beard doesn't have any yellow. They'll have to trade in a green for a yellow to move around, I suppose. Or they could build the red. Not a bad choice. Jake, yeah, getting a red ship. The beard can't build another can't build another red. They'd overpopulate. Instead, they trade out for a Y2. I think that's a good choice. Jake's splitting up their greens. That's pretty good while they're down by a large ship. The beard making room for their reds, I guess. I wonder if either player is going to employ the factory soon. I think the beard is going to have the first opportunity best. Well, let's see. Jake. No, Jake doesn't want to. So if they sacrifice G3, they can sacrifice G3, rebuild G3, build G2, say in Samori, and then have one additional build action. But if they build the Y2, then the Y3s are open for the beard. And if they build the red 2, then that is 3 reds in Jake's home. The beard sacrifices for an overpopulation. So Jake doesn't want to employ their factory just yet. Spreads out the yellows. That's interesting. It puts a yellow at their star there, so they won't want to build more yellow there probably because the beard, the yellows are at a bit of a gridlock right now. Nobody wants to build that Y2. The beard doing an ordinary build? No, the beard... Okay, instead of that ordinary build, the beard should sacrifice Y3, rebuild the Y3, build that G2 that they just had, and then build... I don't think they want to do the Y2, since that opens up the Y3s for Jake, but I think instead they should build the R2 here. That would be pretty nice. Jake doesn't want to build the R3 since they'd get overpopulated. Okay, but the beard does an ordinary build. They missed their factory chance. Jake spreading out the greens again. Well, reallocating anyway. They might be wanting to put some pressure on the beard's greens. I guess that's all right. Though if they wanted to do that, they might as well have done it at the colony. They could have moved that G1 into Bleb instead, threatening to overpopulate these guys. The ones in Beard's home can move away more easily and can trade. The ones in Bleb are stuck. Yeah, if I was Jake, I think I would have put the pressure on the colony instead of the Beard's home. All right, the Beard now has their factory building 2 reds. Oh yeah, Jake doesn't have a medium yellow, does he? And if Jake also builds a large red, then they'll lose their star and a red ship. So that's a good move for the Beard. Let's see what Jake can do with their factory. Rebuild the green. build yellow and yellow. That is safe. The beard can't overpopulate the colony. Um, but of course the beard will just get one Y3 for themselves. Oh, they think they see something else. Sacrifice the Y2 to move green and red. I don't see much of a reason for that. In fact, it seems quite bad to me. Um, they've moved the large ship out of Dioge, so it's now that colony is now vulnerable to invasion by the Y3. And they've lost their only yellow ship. And by discovering that Y2, they've taken that yellow out of the bank, so it's Y3s that are available for JakeApple to build. They can safely build a Y3 here in their home. That's a bad move in several ways. I really don't see the benefit of that at all. I guess the benefit is that it spreads out their reds. And, alright, I guess they were concerned that Jake would sacrifice Y2, send in the R2 to overpopulate in this colony, and they'd be out of red. I think instead, if that was the concern, they should have traded this R3 for Y3 back when it was in the colony. Let's say if they take it back. No, they don't. They commit to this. So it solves one problem, but creates a couple more. It solves the red overpopulation problem, but it lets Jake complete their yellow monopoly and makes this colony vulnerable to invasion. I don't care much for that move. Jake doesn't have their eye on either of those lovely opportunities, though. Just moving a yellow? Huh. Nope, I think they've underplayed their position. I think the beard has a chance to redeem themselves now. I think they should factory build the reds. Sacrifice G3, rebuild the G3, build R3 in both colonies. Jake can overpopulate these reds, but it costs them a Y2 and their only red ship to do it, refreshing the yellow bank a little, and that would feel not too bad for the beard, I think. Although they'd still have no yellow ships, which hurts. They're looking just at the G2 sacrifice. That's okay too. It gives them nice material, but they could do that with a full factory. They wouldn't even have to lose that G2 ship. Okay, Jake is going to demonstrate the factory. Sacrifice the G3. Here we go. Sacrifice the G3 to build G2 and the G3, and build one of those Y3s anywhere you want. Yeah, so yellow versus red here. I think well, the beard gets into the yellow economy a bit by trading R3 for Y3 right now, and then things look not too bad for the beard. There was a time when I would always bet on the yellow dominance over red dominance, but I've kind of changed my mind about that. I think the red might be better as long as you have access to at least a little bit of yellow. And they traded away their green for blue. They do need to get blue eventually, but yellow is what they're hurting for more here. Unless the beard gets a yellow ship, they can't get their unless they get that yellow ship, all of these ships are trapped where they're at. these forward ships are the only place that the Beard has access to yellow. Only those ships can move. All right, let's see what Jake does about it. Do they get that last yellow? I think they should. With a... Sure, with a factory build. Why not? Just a matter of deciding where to put things. Yeah, that's looking really good for Jake. In fact, having just built a third green in this colony, the Beard is in danger of a bluebird when Jake moves in 3 greens for an overpopulation at the Beard's home. Sacrificing the blue to trade for a large blue, that's not going to cut it. Trading around for some blues, nope. The Beard should lose this turn to a bluebird. Looks like Jake doesn't see it, though. The Beard... I don't really know at this point. I guess they want more, funny, the Beard would actually be safer trading this large green for a red, even though it matches their home star, because Jake only has 1 red ship way back at home. Jake has so much green up forward that the Beard is going to lose the moment that Jake sees this opportunity. So they really should trade for red. But if they fail to do that, I suppose they should be building blue on the front line, blue and red, to try to make a slow doomsday machine with the only yellow that they have access to, which is a star. Ooh. No, moving ships away from the only yellow you have access to is not so good. Though they might be trying to take up the rest of the small stars so that Jake can't establish a second staging point to attack from, but Jake doesn't need another one. They've already got the only one they need. Okay, Jake's spreading out the red. Makes their home a little safer in a sense. The Beard building blue. They should have built that. They should have sacrificed green to build blue up front. Or last turn they could have built a small green that they could have sacrificed to not lose the large. Jake sacrificing green. I guess this is a factory with a green teleport. Clearing out the reds and rebuilding the G3. Yep. So Jake is no longer short on red, I'd say. And the Beard invading with that R3, that doesn't help anything. That'll just get captured. Oh, unless Jake finally notices that they've got the win. Okay, Jake got the win. All right, well, lessons here. Main one, of course, is watch out for bluebirds. If you've only got 1 color of ship in your homeworld, then be very, very careful about enemy ships of that color getting close to your homeworld. You can lose very abruptly that way. The other is the Beard failed to get any yellow when they had the chance. They fell way behind in... Well, I guess they weren't really all that far behind in material. They had 5 larges, and their opponent also had 5. They were lacking a little bit in some of the smaller ships. Just 1 medium to 4. So I guess they had some material deficit, but not too bad. Don't forget that if you've got a large green at the same system with another green, and the green bank is mostly empty, that you may be able to do a factory build, sacrifice the G3 and rebuild it. If there are other green pieces in the way, you may be able to build those greens as well and still get your large green back. I think it was the beard that missed an opportunity of that kind. Anyway, congratulations to Jake, and thank you to both of these players for this educational game. That's all for now.